Hi, guys.
Hi.
Greetings from Vegas. I told you I would not be in hospital, and I'm not.
It hasn't finished yet.
Hey, my best friend has been here for 4 nights now, and
I've only bailed him out of jail once. I found him laying on the road out there yesterday morning.
This is lies.
This morning they were in the hallway, sound asleep, couldn't find their rooms.
This is lies. Lies and Manelli.
Lies and Manelli.
And we've been out twice.
Twice?
Even we went out today by ourselves and we were fine.
You didn't go to hospital?
No. We went out Friday night to a club. You came with us. We didn't go to hospital. We then went to a festival on Saturday. Made it home alive. No hospital.
Made me sit up and wait for her to get home, and then she goes to bed.
I didn't know you were waiting for me. So me and Casey left, and then I told Peter, I just messaged him to say we're on our way home, and he writes back saying, thank God. So to me, I take that as I was waiting for you to let me know that you were safe and on your way, and then I'm going to go to bed because Peter was really tired.
Well, both Jessie and I were tired. Jessie filled in for Bec on the workshop, did an amazing job. Bec hates me for this. And we're both really tired because we'd gone out to Dom Dollar the night before and didn't get to bed till about 3:34. I had to be up to do the workshop.
Because I wasn't expecting him to play a 2-hour set.
Oh, you complaining about it?
No, it was friggin' amazing. It was so good.
I was going to say, you're complaining about this?
I'm not complaining. He just keeps I love seeing people at their prime. Like this DJ producer DJ we saw on Friday night. He's Australian and I've been following him for 10 years now and he just keeps getting better and better and better. That set that he played on Friday night, so good. I just, wasn't expecting 2 hours and he didn't come on till 12:31. So by the time we got home, it was a bit of a late one.
Yeah, so Jessie and I, we got back here and when you said you're on your way back, she just goes, we might as well hang and just wait for him to get back and see how the night went. And an hour and a half later...
Yeah, because
Hello?
Well, I didn't know you guys were waiting. I got back, I wanted to have a shower because I'd been sweating all day at my festival, been pushing my way through crowds and stuff and melting in the sun a little bit, but anyway.
I haven't been melting too much, hasn't? I was really surprised, expecting...
Oh, there was no shade there.
Oh, I was still expecting, but it wasn't that hot here though. No,
but it was 27 and it was in full sun and we had no shade and the sun had some bite to it, so it was...
So we literally turned off the air conditioning in the studio because it was too cold.
Right. Well, no, we were outdoors, literally full sun, beaming down. So
why didn't you go to the glamping area and just sit down in the shade and have a champagne and some...
They don't have that.
Oh, well, I'm not going to. Oh, that's right, it was an old person's festival. How many wheelchairs were there?
I just see a few people...
most of the bands over 50?
A lot of the crowd was... Well, because it's called When We Were Young. It's music from... All the bands are old bands from the early 2000s. It's The Used, Yellow Card, Offspring played, Avril Lavigne played, Taking Back Sunday, Panic at the Disco played for the first time in years, Blink-182.
Well, you can't say they played the first time in years. It's only one member.
Oh, no, they brought the original drummer out as well.
Oh, so there's 2 members.
Anyway, it was really fun.
Really fun.
It was. There was a couple of bands I'm sad that I missed, but that's fine. I still had a really fun day. Well, I was annoyed. The first band that we wanted to see that we missed was entirely my fault. I will take the blame for that. Because I may have been a little bit hungover and we may have been a little bit late leaving, so I'll take the blame for that. But,
you know what? This is pretty much what you do to people, isn't it?
What?
Make it late so everybody relies on you and you turn up late. Didn't you do this to my son in Melbourne? Maybe.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
She does it to me all the time. All the times we have to be a certain time will be the morning she sleeps in. Then you rush your packing and don't pack everything and end up with one boot.
Anyway, I still had a lot of fun. It was a really fun time listening to old school throwback. And it's really fun having my best friend here, like,
So much more fun than me.
oh, it's...
I'm joking.
And it's good, like, I don't know, her and I just have this really good dynamic that
They're sort of like there's the left hand and the right hand. The only thing is what happens, the left hand and the right hand don't know what each other are doing. So they have their song, and after 20 years it turns out it's not their song. One of them hates that song. Bec's thinking, we have our song, and the other, I don't know how to tell you this, but I hate that song.
But we also, like, because we're sharing a room, I need to make sure we have separate beds in Sofitel as well. But, like, we don't need to talk all the time. We do just have, like, allocated phone time where we just don't speak to each other and just lie there and watch our TikToks, like, in peace, and just don't speak to each other. And it's not awkward. Like, you know how sometimes it's awkward when you're with someone and if you're not talking, you just feel like, oh, awkward silence? Me and her don't have awkward silence.
We don't have awkward silence.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying, like, you know how sometimes with people...
They're not normally your friend.
I guess. Anyway.
They're more an acquaintance.
Yeah, I guess.
No, it's like when Frank passed away, my thing was we could sit in a truck, this is back in my band days, and drive for 6 hours and not say a word to each other, and get out of the truck and then talk for 5 hours straight. We could go 5 years without even seeing each other and then have a phone call that goes for 6 hours.
And pick up right where
and
you
that's
left
what
off.
A real friend is.
Yeah.
You don't feel needy to each other.
Yeah.
But yeah, see, I know what you mean. I normally get that awkward when I'm with somebody that's an acquaintance or like if something like I did today, a one-on-one with somebody. I don't really know him that well. So driving back in the car, you feel need
to keep talking, yeah. Okay, point taken. You are correct.
I are correct.
You are correct. But now it's good having her here. And yeah, Peter had a one-on-one today with...
I'll have to show you the house.
Yeah.
It's really weird. It most likely happens in Australia, but it's weird. So the house was up for lease, so short-term lease, I think 5 months, fully furnished.
Oh.
Absolutely fully furnished. The house from the outside just looks like one of the richer new estates in Australia. So double-storey, a garage down the front, the rendered wall. Looks like really nice, but nothing. When you go inside, all of a sudden there's big pillars, there's a double stairway up, there's massive painting, massive chandelier hanging down. Go into all the rooms, they've got 4 poster beds and all paintings and all this stuff around. But then you tap on the wall and it's like wood, but it's been painted to look like solid concrete render. Oh. And then you start looking at the furniture properly. It's all really cheap furniture just made to look old and antique. Oh. But it's all set up for people. So he's just rented, he's going to use it as a studio to shoot people and swimming pool out the back, the whole works.
Sounds cool.
And he said it's cheaper. That's cheaper than the rent on his studio that he's giving up in San Fran. That's why he did it.
Interesting. I want to see it now. I'm curious.
I'll show you the photos later. Like, look at the photos, you go, oh, wow. But as soon as you're there for a bit, it just feels all plastic. Like the ceilings are a little bit too low. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A 4-poster bed that they couldn't put the top bit on because it would have hit the roof.
So I'm excited to see the photos.
I'm excited to see the photos.
Yeah.
Well, I only took photos on my iPhone of the place. I didn't... The shooting I had to do is... And that's something, when I got in, I gone, oh, my God. The shoots I could do, the natural lights had big windows each side, and there's a lot of bounce that was coming off concrete from outside, so even if there was direct sun, and I had to teach how to use flash, which meant I was turning the house to nighttime because he didn't want all the detail. He wants it more moody and that. I'm just going, I'd so much rather shoot this. But that's see, that's my look, and his look wants... Really, it's like he had her laying on the billiard table, second story, and then there's a balcony and a chandelier behind, and a massive painting behind that. But the shots ended up just being her, and there's something in the background. So you lost all of the chandelier, all the paintings.
Whereas you'd want to keep...
I would want to keep that in.
But that's your look.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. But that's why he asked me to come and teach him, because he was trying to use constant light. Well, you can't turn a room to nighttime with a constant light in the middle of the day.
Why don't you just shoot at nighttime, though?
Well, he doesn't want to shoot there at nighttime.
Okay.
He wants to go home.
Fair.
Does that make sense? He wants to shoot during the daytime, and at nighttime he can go home.
Okay.
Why don't we work at nighttime at the studio?
Okay, fair enough.
Anybody want an assistant? No. I'm joking. Not. Oh, so it's up to me to find something out.
No, I was
You went
just...
quiet.
No, I was just
I thought you
giving
were going
you...
to let me have time to catch my
I am.
breath.
No, I was just giving you
No, so I've got a list of 5 things.
I was just trying to find a nice segue. I don't really have a nice segue, so I'll just Timmy Trumpet hard cut. Food here is so expensive. I know we're staying on the Strip, and everyone's...
I think we said everywhere the food's been expensive, haven't we? But this is like next level expensive.
This is like crazy next level, and it's just like bad.
A chicken burger and 1 beer cost me $80 Australian. No chips, no sides, no, just the burger and a Modelo can.
It's wild.
A coffee. My first coffee, the smallest latte you can get from Starbucks in the MGM was $17 Australian.
So crazy.
It's so crazy. And the coffee was terrible. It's burnt. Even Bec took it one sip.
Yeah, I don't know what they did. My Starbucks this morning was nice.
Well, leading on to that, so I have found my stomach's not always good, but I found hibiscus tea, and I've found this on a YouTube thing. And since I started just doing a hibiscus tea in the morning, so you'll put it into boiling water, leave it for about 10 minutes, don't drink it while it's super hot, let it cool down. And it's actually not that bad. I don't still love it, but I still sip and goes. So great, we get here. I can't find any jugs in the room. In fact, I can't find coffee, can't find tea, can't
You should have
find
invited
anything.
me into the room.
What? You're a coffee?
You said I couldn't find any jugs in the room.
Oh, jugs. Oh, you and your juggies. Yeah, I didn't want silicon milk. I don't want to get silicosis. Anyway, I'm sort of thinking where, and I've gone through all the cupboards everywhere, and I brought up their app, which was really hard to work on there. I had a frequently asked questions and went to the frequently asked questions while you're staying here. It said coffee, tea facilities. I clicked on it. There is none. Just go down and buy it from the shops.
There's plenty of things
For
downstairs.
$17 for crappy coffee.
And $3 for boiling water.
$3. Yeah, Starbucks charged me $3 for a cup of water, plus a tip. But I used my last 3 up just using shower water. The shower water's hotter than the sink water, so I just left the shower on full for about 3 minutes and put my cup under there and then put my...
But no, the food has not been great. I'm like scared about dinner. We'll try to
Tonight. Oh, yes, so my food intake yesterday was half a slice of pizza, 1 banana, and 6 tiny oysters which full of shell.
Yeah, that was bad.
That was my entire day's food.
Bad.
So we went to a restaurant. I saw a lot of stuff on the menu wasn't really turning me on. It's supposed to be a high-end seafood restaurant.
The shell one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Bec wanted to have 3 things, and we know Bec and her eating meals. That doesn't happen.
I just like to sample.
So we agreed we'd share her main, but she didn't really describe what her main was.
I forgot that Peter doesn't really like...
Well, I don't want rice anyway because I'm trying to be carb-free, and I'm not a big fan of risotto.
I forgot that jambalaya is kind of like risotto. But then it was horrible anyways. Anyway,
But I managed to hide half her plate.
could have killed him.
Sorry, you hate it when they say, so is there something wrong with your meal because you haven't eaten any? So her crab cake just tastes or smelt like off fish. Crabs aren't supposed to smell like fish.
It's bad.
So all I did was split it up on my oyster platter, which was about the size of this table with 3, like the oysters were that big. They were
6,
tiny.
not 3.
Oh, 6. But they had 3 dipping sauces, which I never used. So I just pulled the tins out and then put bits of her crab cake in and pushed the tins and mixed it into the ice. I hid it.
So awkward.
Well, it was better than me putting it in someone's handbag. Or I was going to throw it under the people next door's table, but you wouldn't let me.
And Casey and I went out on an adventure today. Well, you were doing your one-on-one. Actually, it was... Yeah, I think adventure is probably the best. So we...
a lot of words, but nothing's come out
I'm
yet.
getting there. We walked up to this... It was like a visuals thingy. It's like a thing in Japan they have called Team Lab. So we walked up there, and to get there we had to walk up the strip, and it's actually a really scary place. And there's a bunch of these people, they've got them in LA as well, that want to give you their mixtape, and then like they want to charge you. It's a whole scammy thingy. Someone tries to give us our mixtape. No, thank you. And then there's another one who sees he is a darker man, and sees he's like, "What's up, white chocolate?" and holds his hand up for a high five. And I don't know, I just don't want to. And I'm just like,
no, but that's a trick. When you go to high five, they grab your hand and either try and put something on it.
That's why I was like, sorry. And I was like, oh, sorry. And we just like kept speed walking. And then he turns to me, he's like, "It's my hand, not my dick. You can touch it." And I'm like, oh my God, we're going to die. We're going to die.
How do you find these people? It's like the one in Eatonton. There'll be no raping happening here. Just the fact the person said it meant it's on his mind.
And then we were still on our adventure there. There was some guy, I guess, busking. He might have been homeless, and he had music playing, and he had a speaker singing at the top of his lungs, the most tone, like, I was like, don't laugh, don't. I wish I had money to give him, because he had a dog as well, and I was like, I don't have any cash on me.
So why would you pay someone who's tone deaf?
Because I felt really bad. It was really
learn how to sing and he would earn money.
It was really
Well, maybe you should have made the dog sing.
It was really embarrassing. And then when we were...
Didn't you have any of the coins left from...
I can't be bothered finding those with these nails. And then he was still going when we came back, and he'd started to play a new song, and it sounded like the start of Clarity, the song that's not our song. And me and Casey both just stopped dead in our tracks like, no, but it didn't end up being that song, but we thought it was going to be our song that's not our song. But going back to food on our adventure, went to, I think, the most expensive and worst sushi place I've ever been to. $7.50 American for this tiny little sushi roll that the seaweed wasn't even stuck together. There was so much of it, and it was so dry, like you couldn't even like bite through. Like, neither of us could eat it, and I got...
So why didn't you take it and give it to the homeless person?
I don't even think they would have liked it.
The dog might have. I don't think the dog would have eaten it.
It was so bad. And then I got a sake as well, and that was $15 US. And then by the time you put in the tip, I think for 2 sushi rolls and a sake, it was like, plus tip, it was like nearly $40 US. I'm like, oh my God, I need to get off of the strip. It is just insane.
Well, even in the taxis, like some of the taxis, the cheapest tipping was 30%. They start at 30%.
Wild.
And then they do that scam where they pretend it's happened twice now, that their card reader's not working, they want cash. And then they never carry change. So now your fare's just gone to $50 because they can't change it. But back on food, it's one thing I'm finding really, really funny, that Bec went to all this trouble to pack some chicken salt in Australia and cart halfway around the world and has not brought it out with us once.
I have. Well, I haven't brought it. No, I've used it once.
But you haven't brought it out. No. The whole reason you're going to take it out and put it on your fries.
But I haven't ordered any.
Yes, you have. You had 2 days of fries.
Yeah, I forgot it.
You forgot it.
Should have.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
I know, and I hate that after I'd got my food, I then was like, damn, I should have bought my chicken salt. Yeah, it's kind of annoying.
kind of annoying.
Maybe I should just eat that for dinner. It's probably more flavoursome than
You could snort it.
snorting chicken salt. No, I just want to put it on some chippies.
Put it on some, yeah, but good luck at getting nice chippy. Although the first lunch we had, my chips were quite nice there. I tasted one of your chips. I didn't like your fries.
Mine were like shoestrings, and I really liked my shoestrings.
They were a bit cardboardy.
To change the topic from us whinging, one of the participants that came to our workshop over the weekend, he gave me a present.
What was his name?
His name was Gaylord, and he bought me a little present, and it's a little camera that looks like, if you're on YouTube, you can see it.
Looks like an old-fashioned rolly.
Yeah, but it's a digital one, and like you pop the little thingy.
How much are you getting paid for this?
And then that's how you turn it on.
You're doing product reviews now.
No, but then you turn it on, and it's got a little digital screen in there, so it's a little digital camera, and then you can. It's so cute.
Are you taking a picture yet?
I'll take one. I'll take one of you. Take one of the. Can I take one of you? Cool. Why is it not taking?
You've broken it already.
There we go. And it's got a little windy thingy, and that's.
You didn't wind the frame on. That's why it didn't take it.
No, if I do that, it starts doing video. Yeah, now it's recording now. See, it does video. So if I do that, now it's recording the video. I don't know how to stop it though.
You and Jared,
there we go. Now
you
it's
and Jared will have great fun with that.
So it's really cute. I like it.
You like it until you lose it.
No, I think it's really cute that I have a little cutesy digital camera thingy. It came with a memory card as well.
Oh. Well, talking about cameras, I hate camera companies. So every workshop, Bec sends out a message, please bring your manual. We need you to know how...
Manual?
A manual.
Who's a manual?
A manual? There's a whole heap of porn movies about a manual.
How would you know?
This was famous back in the 70s. I can't remember the name, but there's... I can't remember the name, but a manual was in it. It's all right, it's a manual. So if you bring a manual along, he can go into Google and find out how to turn on your buttons. But every workshop, there's at least 2 people who can't find things like how to turn their hot shoe on or how to get your hot shoe just to work with the center button. Because all the new cameras, they're not. The camera wants to see there's a flash on, and it'll automatically say, oh, there's a flash on, I'm going to put it into this mode. And then the other problem we have is turning off the live view effect. So basically what that means is if you're using a mirrorless, you change your aperture or shutter or ISO, it goes darker and lighter. When we're working with flash, we don't want that because we're shooting at 100 ISO, 160 of a second at f8, the room's black. So you need to be able to see. So basically you're telling the camera to go into program mode for the viewfinder. So it's just going to get you an exposure. So it's just for the viewfinder, and then it's in your setting mode for when the flash goes off. And every camera company gives these things different names and really confusing names. So they're not obvious things to look up. And one of the guys said, yeah, I spent 2 hours going through my camera. I thought I knew everything. No, couldn't find it. And I end up, with both occasions, I had to get onto Google and search it. And had to look through 3 or 4 videos before I found one that said, oh, you just need to click this button. And I go, who would go to that menu? And like, that name doesn't even mean a thing to me. It's so annoying what camera companies are starting to do now. Their menus are getting, like, Sony used to be the worst, but now Fuji's gone up there with them. And then looking through the Canon menu and the guys the other day, it was so confusing where this would be sitting.
It's just dumb.
I know it's dumb.
It's dumb.
But it's quite funny. By the end of the last couple of workshops,
we know everything about every camera.
Every camera. And most of the people at the workshop are starting to really hate what's happening. So just mention, think back at the old great cameras, like the 5D Mark II. Simple. Everything was simple.
They're just making it way too complicated now.
I'm saying all camera companies.
I know.
No, I'm not just picking on one, I'm picking on all.
No, it is frustrating.
But, yeah, still want to design a camera. But it'd only be good for what I want to do.
No, but you keep saying this. Why don't you just do it?
I don't have $20 million.
Why not?
Because you haven't earned me enough with your Only Farts page. Can you fart and bag some more, please? And I suppose you've got to find food to eat.
I was about to say that.
True. Air farts won't work, will they?
Our hummus was really nice. Me and Casey got some little hummus. Some hummus and some veggies.
Hummus.
Yeah, we had some little hummus.
When did you have that?
But just before.
When
some little hummus and some carrots and some celeries and some little garlic flatbread. It was actually tasty. Probably one of the better things I've had since I've been here. It actually tasted kind of fresh.
In this place, I think the only... the New York cheesesteak wasn't too bad, but I'm not a massive fan of it.
Mm.
They've got a Netflix restaurant.
I did not like my poutine.
Yeah, I had an omelette, and my omelette was quite nice. The piece of cake they brought out for bread wasn't. And the butter they brought out as butter was definitely not butter, so I don't know what it was. Had the consistency of yogurt.
Yogurt.
We're whinging about food again.
I know.
Would you stop it?
So, again, no real segue, just a thing that I was going to bring up. So we had pre-planned because me and Casey had our festival on Saturday and it was also a workshop day, and my amazing boss very, very kindly gave me the day off to go be a 12-year-old.
I had no choice. Casey told me I was. It was not will you are.
So our friend Jesse, who's also a photographer, the one that runs the magazine, we've mentioned him plenty of times, he came over from LA to kind of hang out but also to help out with being Bec for the Saturday. We said, as a thank you, we'll book your room for you. I was trying to book it online and it was so expensive. And he's like, no, just wait until you guys get there, go downstairs, speak to the staff. So we trusted him, we did that. We go downstairs, we just need to book a room for 2 nights. We don't see the room or anything. She tells us the price, including the resort fee, and we're like, that's a hell of a lot cheaper than what was online. Yep, all right, sure, go ahead, we'll book that. He gets in, he texts me, and he's like, oh my God, thank you so much. And he's on the same floor as us, so I just thought that he thought this was a really nice room. Then I find out he's got one of the rooms down the hall, which is like, I'm glad you didn't see. It was, now it's got like a little lounge room area and a little bedroom area.
Does it have a desk?
I can't remember.
Oh, so I'm stuck working on this thing, which
but
is
it
killing
had like
me.
a full lounge room area and then like a little bedroom area.
Thank you.
Well, I didn't know.
You booked this room?
Yeah, because when I think that room would have been like $1 gazillion online, and I didn't know I was booking him that room. I was like, oh, and he's like, this is really nice. Like, whoa, we were king in the castle. Like, I was like, far out. Like, why didn't we get that?
Yeah, why didn't I?
Well, because like I said, I just explained it to you. I think if I tried to book that online, it was going to be like a heap of money. But then, like he said, just go downstairs and talk. And then he got that for pretty good deal.
Yeah, but see, it must be a here thing, because at the Sofitel in LA, I said, can I get better rates over the counter because we're going to come back here? And she goes, no, you're better off to book online.
Yeah, it's weird.
And this must just be this area thing.
This area, yeah, I don't know. That was weird, but I didn't know. I didn't even know what room we were booking in because like they didn't show me anything. We just said we wanted a room for one person for 2 nights, and that's just what she.
And that was on a Friday, Saturday night too.
Yes.
But I do think, I can't believe how dead this place is.
I don't know.
Oh, it's 100% dead. The other night, 10 o'clock, when Jess and I left the restaurant, it was like an underground subway. All the shops were all shut. There's hardly anybody walking around. Where at 10 o'clock at the Crown Casino in Melbourne, you can't move.
Yeah, but also this isn't the only casino in town. Like, look how many...
I know, but still, it's just to have such a big place and be so empty.
But also people might have been in like clubs or something. Or like other places.
Or other places.
Shut up.
No, everyone has said it's dead.
Well, then why didn't we get the upgraded room?
I know, exactly. And we're
crazy.
staying a week. We weren't staying just 2 nights. Maybe they heard me whinge about no water the first day.
Maybe.
About coffee. Maybe. Oh, copy me. Anyway, one more night. Then back to LA.
I'm sad I didn't even get to go to the pool.
You can go to the pool this afternoon.
It's afternoon. It's just here. It's cool.
Or this evening.
Maybe.
Why don't you go for a midnight swim?
I don't think it's open at midnight.
No. Well, I'm not going.
Why not?
I got about 40 hours of video editing to do.
Oh.
Nah.
Well, I need to find somewhere that we can go not eat food.
I'm scared.
Me too.
Well, it's broken me. Did I talk about what bad food's done to me now? On the
You
last
started
one?
to talk about hibiscus tea.
No, I'm talking. So basically, when I go somewhere and look at the menu, and they might have fish and chips, or they might have steak or smash burger.
Oh, you might have. I can't remember.
Yeah, when I'm looking at the menu, I'm thinking of the best I've ever had. And I'm thinking, oh, do I want really good fish and chips, or do I want a really good smash burger, or do I want a really good steak, or whatever. Now I look at the menu and think of the worst I've had of each and say, which is the best of the worst I've had of any of these 3? And there's other things I'll eat, but it's just that now I just get, like, now I can't even do a shrimp cocktail anymore. After that last shrimp cocktail, which was 4 shrimps dropped in a glass of ice, and the shrimps were old and dry, no flavour, no sauce, in Dallas.
Yeah.
So now that's destroyed. It's just it's funny how if I just say smash burger, you go, oh yeah, my favourite one. But now the amount of times you've had a smash burger, that's not a smash burger.
That's a smash burger bun.
It's a dropped burger. Anyway, how do we get back on food again?
You brought it up.
Oh. I brought it up.
It wasn't me, it was you.
Oh, was it?
Sorry, excuse me.
Talking about smash burgers, models.
What about models?
I know. I'm not going to mention any names, any cities, anything, so I'm safe. But a model, now I'm talking professional models, I'm not talking amateur models, I'm talking photographer takes a model into a garage. That's not a professional photo shoot. So it doesn't apply to any of this. I'm talking proper professional models.
Booked and paid by an agency.
Booked and paid for by an agency to do work. And I've always said basically a professional model is a girl in her underwear. She'll turn up to the shoot with clothes on, but the client will put or not put on whatever they're going to put on.
Don't steal this, by the way.
No, you can't. This is
don't ever say that.
Don't ever say
ever
to a
say
model
that to
because
anyone.
I'll get really annoyed to you unless you are on a commercial, professional shoot with a designer and a stylist and all of that. You're just being dodgy. You can never say that.
Don't ever say that.
I don't even on workshops. I don't say it anymore because I've heard people re-say it just so we can get girls half naked. Anyway, this is on the professional side of things. So with our workshops, we want professional models where if we want to put a pink jumper on them, we don't want them all to go, I don't like that. Because a model is a mannequin. A mannequin doesn't have a brain. No, I shouldn't say don't have a brain. But a mannequin can't talk back. Mm-hmm. So it's just, and again, the photographer, or if there's a stylist, art director and so forth, has got a vision.
The model's job is to model.
Model and make whatever they put on the best they can.
We even did an Inspire thing with this with Shay, where you made Shay put on your dad's old fishing jumper.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Make this look good.
Like shit old green knitted jumper.
With fish guts still on. No.
Your job is to now make this look good. Because that's essentially, at the end of the day, what a model is hired for. And
And we've had a couple of months, I don't really like that.
And unfortunately, I'm the one that's helping them out with styling, and I'm a little bit too nice. But at the same time,
There's nothing wrong with that outfit.
No, but at the same time, I want the models to be comfortable. And
I know
I play
that.
mother hen a bit too much, and I'm like, oh, it's okay. Like I'm a little bit too, but it's also, I think I'm too nice.
Well, continue on this. So on all our workshops, at the end of the workshops, Bec sends out all the models' Instagram contact, so the participants can send the girls some pictures, because most girls really want pictures.
Every time I tell, because half the time they ask me first. They say, are we going to get any of these photos? And I'm like, yeah, of course. So like, if it's okay, I'll send everyone your Instagram. If you want me to give them your email, just you let me know like what. And sometimes they're like, yeah, give my email as well.
Well, quite often we see them sharing it even before, like directly with the models.
So happy. They really want to see the photos, because they get shown the photos and they're like, I love that. Like, so everyone is already begging for it. First time in my entire life, I have had a mod where I've said this, I've said so, like, and I've heard no.
Yeah, I don't want anyone to know my Instagram. I don't want to be tagged. No, I don't want to be tagged.
I don't want, not tagged. I don't want my Instagram shared.
Yeah, shared.
I was
right, no, that's fine,
okay,
but
fine.
You're supposed to be a model. You'd be wanting to advertise yourself as a model.
Don't
but anyway, but we have a thing, and we say this to all the participants at the workshops, that if a model untags you, it doesn't mean they hate your photo. You got to remember, with models, it's no different with me. Most of the time, I only put up pictures I like. Mm-hmm. Every now and then I'll put up a picture I'm not a big fan of, but I feel the model's really nice, it's just not a picture I love. Mm-hmm. But I work with people like Lottie and Rara and Bec. A lot of them don't put up my pictures. I don't care. They keep coming back for more shoots, so I can't be bad.
I'll shoot with you all the time.
Yeah, but it's just that it doesn't suit the brand. So even with Bec, her brand is more on Instagram as her, who you are, not you as a model.
Exactly.
You're not out there saying, I'm a model, you're just saying, I'm at a festival, I'm loving this. It's just sharing your life.
I just got married.
Yeah.
I went on a honeymoon.
In case you didn't hear, I got married and went on a honeymoon. And here I am in the Switch Alps getting engaged.
But I love shooting with Peter, and then sometimes we take we do heaps of shoots. Like, I've got so many photos that Peter has taken, but
that's not what your Instagram's for.
No, but then, because we do so many, if we do a shoot that I'm like, that's killer, I look like a friggin' hot bitch, I'll post it, but I don't spam my whole Instagram with modelling shots, because I don't shoot with anyone anymore. I shoot with you for fun because I still enjoy it, but I don't.
But then
have
people
time.
like Rara.
Yeah.
No, every time she's the one that hassles me. Shoot. Lottie, another one. But they hardly ever put up my pictures. It's just that it doesn't suit what their modelling brand and what they want to do, what I'm doing. But the clients are booking them for e-com and things like that. And if they put those pictures up, the clients tend to fall off from them because they're not interested in emotional pictures. They're more after just plastic fashion pictures. Yeah. So we tell the photographers they can get that through to them, and we go through about the bullshit collaboration link thing, which is really, really uncomfortable for everyone. When you ask someone can we do a collaboration, it gets uncomfortable because if you've done them with other people, you have to say yes. So I don't do it with anybody because I'm not interested. I put up a photo, I share the model, but I tag the model, and that. But I'm not interested in doing collaborations with anyone because this is up for my followers, and if you're involved with it, you put up for your followers.
Yeah, actually, I had someone want to do a collaboration post with me, and I kind of felt a bit awkward because I was like, well, it's not like the photos are all right, but it's not what I would put on my feed.
Yeah.
It's just like a really uncomfortable thing to ask Somewhat. And like you said, then you got to do it forever. So no, I don't like the whole collaboration.
Every model
post.
agreed when I brought that up. Every single model said they hate this collaboration thing.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's for
Collaboration post, by the way.
post. Sometimes the photographers don't have many followers
Wanna-
they want to pull followers off the model's page, or sometimes it could be the other way. Whatever it is, it's still uncomfortable. So we go through all of that. The models always seem to agree with everything. So this one particular model, one of the people has put some pictures up, and we don't know exactly how she even knew he put it up. She wasn't tagged in them because
I said she doesn't.
Well, she didn't said to. Then she's contacting, asking, pull them down because she doesn't like the retouching. This is a paid model. She was paid.
And you weren't tagged.
And you weren't tagged. So it's
Like you.
unfortunately, this is the way things are going, and I talk about this during the workshops a bit, that it's getting harder and harder to get models because so many girls who want to call themselves a model take their own photos. They get in front of mirrors.
If I had.
You know what I mean? They're always taking, so they're only showing pictures of themselves which they like, which is, and every photographer that's listening, and if any models are listening, and we had this during the last workshop, and the model 100% agreed with us what I was saying, and the photographers all agreed what I was saying. Models pick the worst pictures, and the models think the photographers pick the worst pictures. It's just the model has a hang up with something. And we don't know what your hang up is, and you'll pick a picture where you've got dribble hanging out your mouth, but your nose looks good. So you pick it. Whereas a photographer...
Well, you pick the dribble coming out of your nose.
No, I said mouth.
Oh.
What do you do when your nose goes on strike? Pick it. Do you know what a picket is?
Yeah, like a thing.
Yeah, I was just checking that
thing.
you weren't too old that didn't know about that. A thing.
A thing.
A thing you take to festivals so people can see you.
A thing.
So it's, and I try, it's very, very hard. I understand what the models are saying, but in the early days with me shooting with Bec, I know that she was going, I don't really like that. Why did Peter pick that picture? I don't really like it. And Bec will pick pictures and go, really? And then Bec will see other models pick pictures and Bec will go, really? She likes that? So, but the thing is Bec does have things that her eyes go to first, and if it doesn't look right, she doesn't like the picture. And the other girls are doing exactly the same thing. When I work with a model long enough, and Bec's seen that the things that she doesn't like are normally things I'm going to fix anyway, but I can't fix a bad facial expression.
But also because I've been privileged enough to work with you for so long, and because we do shoot...
Oh, privilege. So what do you want?
No.
What am I buying tonight?
No, because I am privileged enough to shoot with you so often, and I do hear you talk, and I do get to see all of this stuff. I have also learned myself that if I've got a hang up, and if I don't like something, and if I stop doing that, turn a different way, learn to model better, so you're not doing that thing that gives you a hang up. If you don't like the way that your face looks on a certain angle, stop turning it that way. Learn your skill better, and then you won't have those photos.
Yeah, but where I'm more going to, if we go back to the days of, if we go to any high-end fashion shoots for the last 40 years. So at Kate Moss, at Giselle, all of them will turn up. They'll get put into whatever the style of shoot is going to be. The photos are taken. Now, if it was shot for a campaign for a company, or if, say, Vogue commissioned you to do the shoot, the photographer doesn't even get to pick the picture.
They do.
They do. So the photographer might go, you idiots, this is the most ugly. That doesn't matter. And they put that picture on a cover or on a billboard, that becomes famous. All of a sudden, oh, it's not that bad a picture. Look, I can now share, I have a billboard.
Casey went out yesterday by herself along the strip, and we walked back up that way, and we walked past Prada, and Kendall's one of the models, and Casey was like, wait for it to flash up. She's like, it just looks, and then the photo of it, horrible. It is like such a horrible photo. And
But whoever the ad agency or whoever
Art
the
director
marketing
or
team,
whatever.
art director, that was their favourite picture.
yeah, but I was like, oh, that is a really horrible photo of her. And do you think Kendall is now contacting Prada saying pull that down because I don't like it?
Maybe she's a Kardashian.
But she's not.
She's a
Because
Kardashian.
and if I had $1 for every time I've seen a photo of me
That you don't like.
that I don't like, I would, I don't know.
If I had $1
wouldn't
for every
have-
time Beck contacted photographers and told them to pull it down, I'd be a billionaire.
I wouldn't be a billionaire.
No, she hasn't. She's
I
never
would
done
no,
that.
like.
I was
But this is the
joking.
thing: is that like there's definitely photos of me out there. There's even photos that you've taken of me that you've even posted of me that I'm like, oh, I don't like that. But I would never tell someone to.
We've
take a photo.
already done a tutorial on Inspire, going through all your photos.
Yeah,
you
saying
say,
things
nah,
I don't
don't like
like.
that.
Yeah, don't like that.
But that's fine. But it's still more. I'm saying the models have become famous because either the art director, more so it'll be the photographer. So if they hire, say, Peter Lindbergh or whatever, any of the big photographers, Helmut Newton, doesn't matter who it is, and they're shooting it for a campaign they've booked, quite often Peter Lindbergh will have a lot of say in the style and the look that they're doing. So that he's
Well, he
going to
won't
make
anymore.
that person model in that way. Not so much now, but before.
I don't think at all now.
And I guarantee the model's going, no, I really don't like that picture. Then it becomes world famous and she loves the picture. And she's become famous because she didn't pick that picture. Other people have picked it and knew that picture would work.
You just can't be doing it. Just can't be doing that.
I don't know the answer, and I'm finding it harder and harder to shoot with models who'll just let you completely take control and create a beautiful image. They like your work, so they contact you because they love your photography. Well, all of these pictures are my work, so I'll do the same with you. But once I turn up at the shoot, I want to do something like this. And, it's so not my style. Like I make it my style, trying to keep within their boundaries. I'm just talking about the boundaries of the look of the picture. So if they want something a bit silly and fun, yeah. It was good yesterday. We had a model in, and she's a lovely model, and she had a boyfriend break up the day before. She had a dog die a couple of weeks ago. There was a lot, and all the things I sort of talked about all of a sudden.
She had a really good attitude.
She had a good
She
attitude.
had a lot of
It took me a bit to
character.
break her. I really had to work hard. When I'm saying break her, is to get her to accept me. I got there in the end. So I do this thing sometimes where I show the photographers how much control I have over the mind of a model.
I heard you doing this and she wasn't doing, and then she gave you, because you were like, oh, don't smile. And she said, and then she wasn't, and then she's like, well, sorry, you said don't smile, so I'm not smiling. And I heard her say it, and I was like, Peter's losing.
And I actually said, this girl's strong. She's going to fight me. So I
like
and
that she did.
basically what it is normally if you tell someone not to smile, they can't help it, they smile. And I've done it with you. I could break you in a second. Yeah. I would just find something in the studio that would make you smile. Or I could say ragu. Oh, she's holding her lips. Yeah, there they are. Anyway.
See, I can do it too.
I bet you I can get you to smile. I'd have to turn the camera off. No, not like that. I would say some things that would make you piss laughing, but I'm not going to say them on camera. Anyway, I basically said, well, how I normally work this is once I get this little seed planted in their head, I say every time I'm behind the camera and I don't take a picture but I'm dead quiet, it means don't smile. So I said, she's not going to work. She's going to fight me the whole time. So I'm trying to I could see she was a bit uptight. I could see her face was tight. And I already got a couple of pictures that were really pretty by just doing something that got her out of posing, and all of a sudden the picture was really nice. So I go back to set up the light, do a few more pictures, came in, just dropped behind the camera, and I was more looking at my settings a little bit, my framing, and thought, oh, just wait, I'll just hang here for a minute. And I saw the smile, I saw her try to pull it back. And the more she tried to pull it back, and all of a sudden she smiled and go, I got her. Then for the rest of the shoot, anytime I didn't take a picture in a reasonable length of time, she smiled and she goes, I hate you.
She was fun. I really liked her attitude. I like it when... It's always really daunting. I think I may have said this last podcast, that it's really daunting for the models when... That's why I always like to have a little chitty-chatty with them first and kind of explain, but then even as much as I explain... Then when I and then I style them and then I bring them out and I'm like, okay, Sue, that's Peter, my boss.
Peter's really weird. No. He's really different. And they just shit themselves.
No, I've got a new way of saying it. So I tell them now when I'm doing my little chitty-chatty with them, I do say, so I'm just going to let you know, Peter is a little bit different to other photographers. I swear, not in a bad way.
He wears his shoes on the wrong feet.
I'm like, I don't mean this in a bad way. He works probably a bit different to anyone you've worked with before, but the reason that people are here to learn off him is because of that. But I swear it's not a bad thing. I'm just saying that you've probably never worked with a photographer like him before, not in a bad way. That's my... And then they all start to laugh when I say that, and they start to get it. And even on Friday when I was giving the girls this talk, one of them was like, they both started to laugh, and then one of them's like, literally every photographer is different. So but thank you for the over-explanation. But every single photographer is different.
I know, it's 95% of the time, by the end of the shoot, everybody in there says, my God, the change that has happened to that person in 4 hours in front of all of us is just unbelievable. And every now and then I'll get a model that I have to butt heads with.
Which is a bit like the girl that was not doing the...
I definitely had to butt heads. But a couple of funny things happened. She made me cry. Now she laughed at, ha. I've got control over you. So anyway, it was only so I spoke about one of my old dogs when it died. So
I can't believe you cried.
I can't help it. I can't.
I wish I was there. I would have laughed as well. I'd be like, heh.
You didn't laugh when it happened. When Tree sent me the message saying we had to put Chanel down.
No, I didn't.
And I was on my plane flight back, so I was never going to see her.
No, we were on
again.
our way to the airport, and I cried. Yeah. I cried as well.
But anyway. There was another model, I can't remember where it was. I think it was in America somewhere, and I really had trouble breaking through. I think she was a lot nervous, and I think she was under pressure, and it was everything I sort of suggested. And then right towards the end of the workshop, I had to sit up on a ladder. I was doing a little bit of natural light and a trick with a curtain, and I just said, so just lean in a little bit and I dropped below her eyesight, and she's leant in. She felt really good and just dropped her head a touch more. I saw this glow and went click.
And then she saw the photo.
She saw the photo and gone, oh my, that's the best photo I've ever seen of myself. And she looked back at me and goes, can you do some more, please? And from that point on, it was like, I thought he was a crazy idiot, but he's actually really
He actually kind of knows a thing or two.
We need to feel. And that's what I was trying to get through. It's all about, if you feel, you don't need to pose, because as soon as you feel good, you look good. Yeah. If you feel uncomfortable...
You look good.
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 I mean, a strange company.
Company?
Yeah, you. And I don't have hair to play with. I don't have hair to play with.
I've got my extensions.
It was so funny the other day.
What?
The first day Casey came, Bec was sitting on this corner of the bed. Casey was on that side. Bec's on this side of her hair. This side of her hair, and Casey's on this side of her hair. I'm just looking and going, Bec was right. 2 brain cells, and they're both stuck in the corner. It was so funny. I meant to say something, but then something came up and I forgot. I should have picked up the camera and taken a video of you too.
Left
and
side
right.
and right side of the brain.
I think it might be two lefts.
Together we work as one.
No, I think definitely there's a north and south,
Yeah.
like a magnet. And every now and then they become south and bounce off each other. They don't attract.
Very rare.
But most of the time.
Most of the time they do. I'm glad I've got my wife back. We were going to get married in Vegas so I could have 2 weddings in 1 year.
I told you should have. You should have gone down to the Elvis.
It's
Elvis.
minimum 500 US.
No way.
Yeah. She told me this when we were having our Long Island iced teas before. Because she looked and she was like, it's minimum 500 US. I'm like, if it was like $100, I was going to say, hell yeah, let's go get married. Like, that'd be hilarious. But minimum 500 US. The joke's not worth that much.
Shree wanted to get remarried for our 30th wedding anniversary, and we joked that we'd fly to here, go to the Chapel of Love, and have Elvis marry us, and have Dolly Parton as, have all of that stuff, and have the pink Cadillac.
The kitschy thing, yeah.
Yeah, just for the photos.
Like, it'd be fun, and like I was joking with
Not
Case.
for $500.
That's where it like starts.
Oh yeah.
And that's why I was like, oh, the joke's not worth like that
much.
Because like we would just do it for a joke so that I could be like, 2 weddings in 1 year. Haha, actually you are my wife now. Because I refer to her as my wife. Because it was mine and Casey's wedding, not mine and Jared's. Jared was a special guest.
Very special. He came on a bus to get to you.
But no, the joke, it's not. Like, you know how sometimes you're like, oh, that's a good joke, but then not for that much money.
Yeah, that was funny, but not that funny.
Not that funny.
Yeah.
And not after how much we did our tally. So looping back to the beginning, the festival that we went to,
Did you do tally how much a festival cost you?
Well, I don't know how it happened, but my account was overdrawn. So Casey had to pay, and then I was like, just let me know how much I owe you. So we added it all up. I owe her 300 Australian dollars, which is, because I said we'll just add.
So were you drinking Dom Perignon?
No. But so we added up the taxis and the drinks for the day, and I owe her 300 Australian dollars.
Oh, you better get that Only Farts page up and going. You might have to start doing your foot fetish page. I don't think you'll get enough money out of your farts.
I'm like, that's insane.
Is that so half? So you spent 600
Australian.
No, but I can see that.
That's so wild. Any wonder every time we wanted to get a drink, there was no one at the bar. Like, I think the first drink we got, I was like, I'll get the Tito's and lemonade, which is vodka and lemonade. But their lemonade here isn't like Sprite. It's like more like a solo.
Solo,
it's like,
it's
but
lemon.
It's like flat.
Oh, so it's flat.
But I like that. I don't know, spicy. I don't like the spicy.
You like flat. So you drink
Sorry,
flat
I drink
Coke.
wine.
Do you drink flat Coke?
I would.
You would? Flat Dr. Pepper?
Yeah, I would. Like,
Well, why don't you just open a bottle and leave it for a day?
anyway, I was like, anyway.
Yeah.
They were like singles or doubles, and I looked up at them and it said doubles were like $36 or so. And then Casey's like, doubles. So that was like, and then plus tips. So that ended up being like $75 for 2 drinks for our first round. And I'm like,
So with that, you could have bought a bottle.
yeah,
You could
we
have bought
couldn't
everything.
We couldn't have bought that in though.
No, but what I mean is, how much are they actually marking up? Where's all this money going? It's not going to staff.
75 for 2 doubles. I was like,
Well, next time,
okay.
just go in there as a triple D.
What?
Get some
Get some
cask wine, then put the bags in your bras.
That's insane. So yeah, I owe her some. But then my money has come through from savings, so I paid for things.
So when's
today.
payday?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Oh, there you go.
And I paid for things today, and then we'll just work it out. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. Me and Casey's little catchphrase, it's fine. I was going to bring her in to do a little guest appearance, but we've gone a bit dark, sorry.
She said no. She's not really into being on camera.
No, she is not. I think she was...
But we could take the camera in and sneak up on her and find her half asleep in bed.
Yeah, she was happy having a little rest, watching her TikToks.
Cool.
Well, anyway, that's enough ranting from me about my no hospital in Vegas.
And we'll see you in LA and we'll have a whole heap of new whinging to do.
Yeah. See you guys in LA. Have a good one.
See ya.